Pillage.
Oh yeah, Rage Pillage podcast, another Tuesday night. I'm your creepy Uncle Burley, and as always, I'm joined by Rob, Max ABV Valencius. What's up, brother?
What's up, baby? How you doing?
Kisses. Yeah, kisses tonight. I love it. And
I've been drinking already, so
man, I can't wait to drink this weekend. Tonight we're joined by a very funny dude. Met him on Instagram, Stephen Farmer, out of Arkansas, now lives in Austin. He's got a special out, Arkansas Refugee, on YouTube. Peep it out. It's got a bunch of views already, more than anything I've ever had, so fucking crushing it. It's funny as hell. Looks like you travel a lot too, eh?
Yeah. Are you Canadian?
No, I try to fit in with the cultured people.
Oh, I just heard that A thing. Yeah. No. I'm sorry, I threw it. I'm sorry, I answered a question with a question.
No,
yeah. I just got back from a month in Europe, so yeah, I just landed last night. So
I saw that. I told Rob earlier today. I was like, man, it's 50-50 if this dude's gonna make the show. I think he's in Paris right now.
yeah, I mean, it's a podcast, so I could do it in Paris if I had to.
Yeah, I just didn't know what the time differences and shit were gonna be. It would have been fine.
Be easier. I'd be doing it like at noon, so it'd be like no problem.
That shit. Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
We
used to know shows. We used to know shows on our podcast.
Oh, okay. Well,
This is actually a reschedule, right, Steven?
Yeah.
I think we're supposed to set it up.
You don't tell me that. This is like if you go on a date, like, hey, thanks for showing up. Most people don't show up on my dates. So
Yeah, we got a lot of red flags, dude.
yeah.
It's huge into communism.
Yeah, I've been traveling. I did a week and a half in Paris, then did a week at a club in Amsterdam, and then toured the UK, did shows in Edinburgh, Manchester, Liverpool, London, and then came back to Paris for a few days, and then now I'm back here.
Dude, that's badass.
Oh yeah.
What's the coolest country over there?
I mean, for comedy, it's got to be, London. I mean, that's the biggest place for comedy. So to live, I don't know, man. Amsterdam is pretty cool. I mean, everybody's walking around like a model. So it's cool because anybody you date's probably going to be attractive, but at the same time, you're probably going to be the ugliest person there all the time, so you're going to feel a little insecure, especially if you're not tall.
Well, everybody rides bikes, right? So everybody's fit, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's not like they love bikes. It's just that's the only way you can travel. Like, it's almost impossible to get anywhere in a car. It's just not built for it. It's like the skinniest roads, there's canals everywhere. So you're just going to be taking the train or a bike everywhere. There's bikes everywhere. Everybody owns like 5 bikes. There's bikes in the canals and the rivers. That's the only crime they have there is bike thievery. Like, they're shutting down prisons because not enough people are committing enough crime. They're putting prisons out of business.
No shit.
Yeah.
Is Amsterdam the one where they say is like the happiest place to live?
The Netherlands? Yeah. I mean, Amsterdam's where they get the red light district, although they're trying to move it outside of Amsterdam because all the rich people are moving into that neighborhood and they're trying to push it out. It's like, who moves in the red light district? It's like, what's up with all this riffraff?
Yeah, I'm all in. Let's go.
I'm done with seeing boobs on my way to dinner.
1 a.m. What was that?
Bunch of who?
Yeah, but when you go to the red light district, I don't know if you've been there, but it's a bunch of so it's all British tourists because, Americans don't travel. So there's all these British people, and there's like couples like walking around. They're walking around like it's a zoo. They're all staring. Like, look at that, honey. Did you see that one over there? She's got a bank pin out with the wrong now.
It's a prostitute. It is. Did
you see the thigh tattoo on that one over there?
Yeah. I would have to window shop 100%.
Oh yeah. I mean, and then you see like there's alleyways back there too, and then there's prostitutes back there. It's like, oh, is that like prostitutes when they first start? They got to work like in the back alleys and work their way up to the storefront. Like
that's like the Ross. Oh, fucking
yeah.
It's
like the B-sides. Like, hey man, I only got like 50 euros. What can I get? It's like, okay, it's gonna be 2 alleys back that way, but you're gonna get what you pay for. It's not bad.
Dude, I was watching something on Instagram the other day, and they were in Thailand with like the lady boys, right? And they were like, "Who's your biggest customers?" And they're like, "English people and fucking Spanish people from Spain." That thing. Oh, I would have thought Americans coming over, but nah. Apparently, those are the two.
Like I said, Americans do not travel. Not even for that.
Good point. I've only been.
We're starting to get pretty good at picking out Adam's apples, though. I feel like so. like, maybe like 10 years ago it would be different, but I feel like now you can really start to like pick it out, the subtle differences.
I've never had to like look that in depth. Like I've never met somebody and be like, huh? You used to be a man. Like it's pretty obvious to me at all times, no matter how much is done. But I've had people like they didn't know. It's like, well, they're like their hands are bigger than my hands, and I think there's something about like I don't know what would you call that, transdar or something?
Trandar. I think there's the way. Isn't there like a Mark Norman joke about that where he's like, I don't know if he put it on a special or if he tweeted it or something, but he said, how hot you are as a trans person is based on how much money you have. It makes perfect fucking sense. Oh, we lost him.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to fix something.
Someone got a phone call.
No. It's there we go. Sorry. I was trying to make things better and I made it worse.
Yeah, all good.
No, but I heard that's a good joke.
It's pretty. If you think about it, comedy is pretty spot on. Because if you're broke like I am, I'm gonna make a terrible tranny. Just terrible.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're the D squad, bro. We are the D squad.
I know 3 comedians back when they used to be men before they transitioned.
Really?
So, yeah. So I've known like a few people that have gone from one way to another. So it's interesting.
Would you bang them now?
No.
Oh, see. So that's the thing. You got to got good money to get the good science on your side.
Comedy's not paying that much.
Yeah. I got a friend of mine, he used to be a she, but they do a way better job with that. Like, cause you can just pump up hormones and get the beard going and everything. And you're taking things off. Yeah, just done. You look like a dude now. What's her name? Kristen Stewart?
Yeah. I mean, I think if you take, but it's always interesting to me because it seems like maybe it's just that I notice it more, but it seems like most of the men that become women are typically like my height or even bigger. Like, so I'm 6'2", and then it seems like most of the women that become men are like smaller.
Yeah.
So it's never like the easier transition, but I don't know.
Did you see that WWE wrestler that transitioned?
Yeah. I remember back when they were whatever, it was Tyler Rex. So he was like a buffed out dude with like dreadlocks, and then I was like, oh, he became a woman.
Just to trip you out. I mean, it's not like she is beautiful or anything, but it's pretty wild what you can do with money. So again, same dude. Yeah, pretty wild, right?
Fuck.
Yeah, I remember him back when he was in WWE. He was doing like a stripper gimmick, but it was so dumb because like him and his tag team partner, they would come out and then they would like, before they would wrestle, they'd be wearing stuff and then they would like take the clothes off and now they're in their like wrestling clothes. I was like, yeah, but the other opponent is already wearing those wrestler trunks too, so you're not really a stripper. You just like had more clothes on. Like you're gonna be, every wrestler is wearing what you're wearing, so it doesn't really look like it.
There's always somebody like that, right? Like when we were teens, it was like Val Venus, right?
Yeah.
And then Shawn Michaels was doing the whole stripper thing for a while.
Yeah.
There's always that one. Yeah. I love wrestling. I'm unabashedly love it, right? I don't keep up with it as much as I used to, but I love it. But there's kind of really homo about it, about, getting all oiled down and wrestling with your bud, fake fighting, essentially. It's
the more we found out about Vince McMahon recently, the more it starts to make sense with, because all those
devoted an entire episode to that man.
If you go back and watch anything when he really started getting into it and letting it loose, like I guess like 2000 and onward, all the backstage they look like the scene right before a porn, like the way they're talking, they're all like right in their face, and there's always that nose to nose and they're breathing. They're all with their shirts off, like you and me tonight.
Just heavy breathing.
Yeah, and then they don't end anything. They do the thing like a soap opera where they're both with each other. Then we cut to the next scene. Like, what the hell? Did they fuck? Like, what happened? And
apparently they were.
Yeah, yeah. It's because I used to watch WCW, and it wasn't like that. It was like way more in the ring, and it didn't know. It was like very, very like a little bit more homoerotic in WWF with the backstage scenes and stuff. So
Yeah,
it
that
makes
was
sense thinking about Vince McMahon now.
like maybe that's why I'm like 37% gay right now because I like WWE so much instead of WCW.
You're 37% gay. Did that come back in
Yeah.
the 23andMe or something, or what?
Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah. No, I'm not 30s. It's just you play with them every once in a while, right? No, I'm having a real hard time right now though, for real. Hard time. What's today? The 5th. I'm 5 days into no jerking off. I'm going to try not to jerk off for months. That's
What?
just This
Why
just-
are you doing this to yourself? And
whole
hold on,
month-
before
this
we
whole year
before
I've
we
been
get into
doing
this,
Okay.
before we get into this, you mentioned that you're drinking this weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be a shit show. You better fucking be texting me, bro,
Oh, for
because you
sure.
are going to be off.
I got an Airbnb on a lake. It's gonna have a hot tub. It's gonna
Oh my god, your
just
wife
so
is
you
going to
see.
hate your guts.
That's for you, Steven. I used to be a heavy boozer and quit drinking at the beginning of the year. Not because it was a problem, but because I just want to see if I could do it.
I mean, you seem like somebody would drink. It'd be really weird if you were like a teetotaler or something like that.
I'm a teetotaler whenever I decide to do something. Does that make sense? Like, okay, I've decided I'm not going to drink for as long as I want.
Yeah.
I've successfully done that. I was going to do carnivore for January. Still doing it. I'm in the middle of a 4-day fast right now. Still rocking it. I've quit caffeine January 1.
Wait,
Still
what do you
going.
mean a 4-day fast? Like you haven't eaten anything?
Yeah, tonight's my night to eat. I'm just drinking water. Yeah.
Wait,
You are insane, sir.
wait, what? So you're not getting any nutrients? Like you're not like.
I'm getting sodium and magnesium in my water that I'm putting in it. So I'm getting electrolytes, but that's it.
All right.
After
much weight did you lose?
After day 1, you're not hungry anymore. Your body. I'm also very overweight, Steven. I know it looks like I'm great looking right here.
Well, I did personal training for 14 years, so I know all
I
about.
saw that on your LinkedIn.
Yeah.
But,
So,
yeah, I mean, my body
yeah,
just.
I feel like you have like some sadomasochism to you. You like to punish yourself.
Oh yeah. So that's why I'm on the no jerk off for this month. Just see if I can do it. Tell you what, girls at the office that I would have never looked at before. You know. So yeah, it's ridiculous. But yeah, this is what I do. I really test myself a lot. But I've
So
also-
hold on. So you got to tell me, like, what does the wife say to you when you do these like fucking crazy?
She hates
things? Like,
she hates it because I fucking.
Wait, if you have a wife, is the jerking off thing even that hard if you just have sex? Although I hear married people don't have sex, so I don't know.
Bingo.
Oh,
yeah,
It's just, after 14 years, it kind of dies down.
yeah.
But I got 2 kids. You know, it's a whole thing. Yeah. She hates it because I'm only eating meat. I understand they're not gonna just eat meat, but then I start noticing all the sugar around the house and shit like that. So I'm just.
Oh yeah, when I do my so I'll do bulking and cutting phases. So
Yeah.
I'll do the parts where I'm like gaining mass, and I only go up to 15% body fat. But then I'll stay there, and then when I want to cut for the summer, I'll try to get down to around like 10 to 9%. But when I'm doing those final stages, because the final part where you really want to lose the body fat, like your body doesn't know what you're doing. Your body's like trying to hold on to the fat. Your body doesn't know you want to look good, shirtless. You're just not thinking about it. You're just trying to survive winter and stuff. So you got to do all these things. You got to like avoid like so many carbs. So at a certain point, when I was finishing the very end of the diet, I was having dreams about carbs. Like I was just fantasizing about like bread and cinnamon rolls and pizza and all this kind of stuff. So I didn't know that I would crave it that much when I stay away from that. I would fantasize about it in my dreams.
How many meals are you eating a day, roughly, and during your bulks?
I mean, bulking or cutting, I still just do 2 meals. I just do way bigger.
Okay.
So I'll do, one. I'll eat like just a little something before my workout, just for a little bit of calories, like maybe like a bagel or something, and then I'll have one big meal, and then at the end of the day I'll have one more big meal. But I would rather eat 2 big. I'd rather feast like a king. I want to feast like a medieval king with a big turkey. Like I want all that food around. I don't want to do like a little meal here, a little meal there, a little meal here.
So I went in my 20s. I was a health fucking freak. I was about your size. Now I'm not as tall as you. I'm only 6 foot, but I was about your size, and I went through this whole thing. But I was eating 7 meals a day. It was chicken and brown rice, chicken and broccoli.
Yeah, I mean that's back when I used to tell us you gotta eat, your fat body furnace. You gotta eat, you gotta keep eating and eating.
I know.
Then it turns out it was all bullshit.
Yeah, I was forcing my body to just eat constantly.
You get these like guys in like the muscle magazines, like every actor gets a treat. Like I would wake up at 3 a.m. with an alarm and take a protein shake. Then I'd wake back up at 6 a.m. with another alarm, take another protein shake. Then I'd wake up at like what?
That was me.
Just
I was
tell us
waking
you
up in the middle of the night. I was in the middle of the night, fucking drinking shakes. Yeah, I was that guy for years.
Oh wow.
And then I just quit giving a fuck, and I blew the fuck up. I had to burn myself out. Yeah.
I was like 160 pounds up until the point when I got an office job. And then since I got the office job, well, it started with tearing my ACL. And that coincided with me getting an office job. Because I used to play basketball religiously. I'd play for hours upon hours. And it would just, like, my metabolism was absurd. And then when I stopped playing all that basketball, because basketball is just a full body workout, and I tore the ACL, I never looked back. I went from 160, and I'm currently like 237 in 9 years.
That's only about 100 pounds.
I mean, dude,
Pretty solid.
I'm 5'5". You know, so there's a little difference here. I look like Cartman with a fucking, no hair and a beard.
And did you tear your ACL playing basketball? I'm guessing. Yeah.
Non-contact. Yeah, I was just.
That's like when I was training these fucking Irish guys, and they were trying to get me to join their thing they got out here in Texas, the Celtic Cowboys, where they play rugby and hurling and soccer and all this stuff. I'm like, and I was at a party. They're like, I was like, Steven, when are you gonna play with us over and play the soccer, as you call it over there? I'm like, okay, he's got a torn ACL. This guy's on crutches. This guy's in a neck brace. You think I'm gonna play? I don't have insurance. I'm not doing this shit. I'm fucking. I was in my 30s at the time. I still wasn't gonna do that. He's like, well, to be fair, he messed up his neck from just drinking and fell down the stairs. I was like, this is the most Irish shit I ever heard.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, fucking, they know how to fucking get down. Hey, you went to Ireland, you said?
I did that 2 years ago. I did UK this time, but they all fucking drink. Every European country has a drinking culture. You know, the Dutch are big on drinking. The Germans are big on drinking. The Czech Republic is big on drinking. You name a country, they got a drinking culture. It's just, do they drink more wine or beer? But, they're all getting drunk.
I would imagine of all of them, so this is ignorant Texan here talking, but
No, I don't believe it.
I would imagine of all of them, the Irish and the Scots are the heaviest, and then Germans close third.
I mean, yeah, it's I don't know. I think if you like go on and you look it up, I think like this, it'll be something surprising. Like the Czech Republic is like number 1 or something.
I didn't even think about the Czechs, but they're
but they're all up there. But I mean, they all do it. I mean, there's a reason they got a pub culture that they're drinking in the day. They're drinking. I'm like, I hung out with this one Irish guy. We were drinking and then pass out. It's like 2 a.m. Like I just crashed on his in his guest bedroom because I was just like, I can't drive home. This motherfucker wakes up 4-5 hours later, gets up, and asks if I want to go down to the pub with him because they're watching a fucking rugby game or something. I was like, dude. So he goes right back to the pub 5 hours later.
You got a fucking.
And they're
problem,
drinking again.
I mean, I think it is everywhere, though. I interviewed somebody that was living in Japan, and they were telling me,
sake.
people are fucked up all the time. And they take public transportation everywhere. So, you'll be on a train, and people are just fucking wrecked.
And on top of that, you'll be in Germany and places like that, in the Netherlands. You can drink in public. You just be walking around with a beer anywhere you want. You be walking to the fucking train, drinking, walking outside of it, Especially you go to a goddamn soccer game, everybody's drunk before they even get there. They're still getting wasted.
That's
the Philly tailgate, bro. That's the Philly tailgate.
He's in Philly. I'm in Houston.
Yeah.
That's how we operate, but I agree.
Oh, yeah. I performed in Philadelphia a lot.
Dude, next time you're out, let me know. We'll come out and see you.
Okay. Yeah, I do Philadelphia a lot. I think I'm doing Houston in a few months. But yeah.
Yeah, when you come through, where do you usually play at?
I'll do like the Riot of the Secret Group, and in Philadelphia I'll do I did the Punchline last time I was out there. So
Punchline's cool.
yeah.
Punchline's nice. Liam, all those. Yeah.
I love the secret group, dude. Fuck. I was trying to find some pictures. I saw this whole thing about it the other day, but Japan's drinking culture mainly revolves around like business deals, and it's considered like offensive if you don't get fucking hammered with the guy you're making a deal with. But it'll always be like on weekdays and shit, right? So you'll just see these guys in full business suits holding their briefcases passed out on the side of the street and shit. Fucking just because that's what they do during business.
Yeah. They got all these like weird, like I don't know. Every country's got some weird thing. Like like in Japan, like oh, if they give you a business card, don't put it away until they walk away. You got to hold it, and then, or don't point your toe toward them, or that's considered rude or aggressive. You have to have your feet pointed this way. Or in China, you have to leave this little food left because if you eat all the food, it tells the host that you didn't get fed enough. And I was like, what? It's like there's so many cultures. Like, I remember when I was in the UK, and me and my comedian friend, we went to an Indian restaurant, and they were like, how many of us? I was like, 2. He's like, hey, don't do that. I'm like, or I did this or this, whatever.
Yeah.
I think I did this. And he's like, don't do that. That means like ass, like 2 fingers up his asshole or something. I'm like, what? I didn't know that. I was just saying this. Like, do I need to do German too or something? I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, dude,
Zeke Heil him hard. Yeah.
dude, in Japan they have. I wish they had them around here, but they have the sushi conveyor belts.
Yeah.
And they were telling me like it's fucking legit. And on top of it, obviously in Japan, shit is so fresh. So like you're not getting this shit shipped from fucking across the seas. You're getting shit that like was fished a day or 2 ago and it's fresh, you know?
Yeah.
But they have some crazy shit where every plate you take, they just fucking scan the QR code on the plate. But like the most expensive plate is like for like good sushi is like $4 for 2 pieces.
Oh, not
Where
bad.
if it was here, it'd be insane.
Yeah.
You're talking like $30 or
Oh
whatever.
yeah,
but-
I mean that's how it was in Paris because I was like, oh, Paris is going to be super expensive. It's the #1 tourist city in the world, and I was like, oh, this is actually pretty cheap. I mean, you go to a bakery, which are the best bakeries, one of the best bakeries around. I'm over there buying like a baguette like this long for like €1, and I'm buying like these amazing like caramel eclair for like $1. I mean, like I could buy so much stuff for under €10 at an amazing bakery for nothing.
No shit.
Yeah.
Europe isn't like. So you said you've been to Japan?
No, I've only been to Germany, Ireland, Scotland, England, the Netherlands, and France. So
I'd like to go to like Japan. Japan would be cool. China would be cool. Pretty much anywhere that's been around for centuries that has like that kind of culture that like they have it all written down type shit.
well,
That's
India is the oldest. The oldest.
Yeah, I don't want to go to India, dude. There's a whole. There's a lot
I
of
want to go to the oldest culture around. You mean like India? No, not that one. That's
not
too
that
old.
one. Yeah,
Not the one that smells like poop everywhere.
seems a little bit touchy feely and Robbie for me. I saw this thing on Twitter yesterday, dude. This couple from America went over. From Mexico, I think, went over there to like visit and like be a tourist, you know. And within day 1, the man got beat the fucking shit out of him, like got hit with rocks in the head and everything, and they raped the fucking chick. See, rapes. It came up.
Yeah, I don't know how much of a rape joke it was. It was more of just like
No, it wasn't a joke. It just tends to come up. That's my
Yeah.
Twitter feed.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fucking crazy that and then I started reading the comments, and there were people that at least in the comments, seemed like they were well traveled, and they were like, yeah, that's like the most dangerous country I've been to. As a white guy with tattoos, I was just a target. Da 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 da.
Oh, really?
I gotta show this. I saw this shit on TikTok and I was dying. And it was someone posted a story about it. It was like girl goes to Bangladesh, and she's on the beach. Hold on, let me share my screen real quick. It was fucking hilarious, dude. Hold on. Yeah,
Not sharing.
working on it. It's this one. Oh, what the fuck?
You gotta verify, dude.
Put that puzzle piece in there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I imagine, bro. Gang of dudes just surrounding a girl on the beach.
What's funny in parts of India is like guys will just hold hands. They're not even gay, just like they're good friends, and they'll just like walk around holding hands.
Yeah, dude. I don't know if you've ever
Whatever you
seen
say, it's gay.
the street vendors, the street vendors and shit with all the. Listen, I'm a big fan of street meat. I've been to Mexico and ate everything on the street. Never got sick. You see the videos over in India, dude. Is fucking. You know, this might be a pro hate India show.
Yeah, well, I'll let the Indian girl I'm dating know about this.
Dude,
Oh my god.
don't tell her everything. Don't tell her everything, dude. Just tell her a little bit.
Oh my god.
And yeah, it's I mean, the thing about India is I don't know, it's like such a giant country that you could go from one side to the other side. They got nothing to do with the other side. I mean, one side's like kind of Chinese, the other side's like kind of European, and I mean Northwest India. They got, I don't know, for some reason it's very like Indo European. You know, that's why they're lighter complected up north, northwest.
Was that because of the occupation that was there for a while?
I don't know. I think it's just they're closer to white people or something. I mean, like there's like North Indian or there's like South India, and I don't know. But
British ruled them for a while, right?
yeah, I think everybody went down there and did stuff. You know, the Dutch, the French, probably even the Germans. I don't know. I think everybody went in there and colonized. Same thing with Africa. Everybody went in there and colonized different parts of it.
Still are. Yeah.
But
Elon.
it's funny to hear what people think of like what they're like scared of this country for this or that. Because I was in the Netherlands, they're scared to come to America.
Oh, speaking of which, the Netherlands. Oh yeah. So I looked up the heaviest drinking areas. So the biggest shares of adults taking part in heavy drinking episodes at least once a month are Denmark, number one, 38%.
That makes sense.
Romania, makes a lot of sense. Luxembourg, Germany, and then Belgium.
Okay. Yeah.
So those are
Is
right.
Denmark the happiest country? Like they're
Yeah,
number one.
I think Netherlands made number 2. But, you know, like, it's funny as people will move to Denmark are like, I heard they're the happiest people ever. I want to move there. But then you find out, oh, they're the happiest because they have the lowest expectations.
Yeah, well, I think
I could have done that in
50%.
America.
I think 50% of their wages go to the government and shit like that. It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
They're taxed pretty heavy, but also everything's kind of taken care of for them. So it's
Oh, yeah,
kinda-
everything. I mean, you go out there and everything is, like, clean and nice. Like, you just feel like you're safe no matter where you go. Like, it's like I said, like, the
what I've
prisons
heard
are
about
shut down in the Netherlands. And it's funny, I was talking to him. I was like, oh yeah, American. I mean, everybody gives the Germans a lot of flack about how like blunt they are and like all that kind of stuff. Dude, the Netherlands are the same thing. They're like right connect. It's like Western Germany. Like Austria is like Germany. Netherlands like Germany. There's like, I see you two at the comedy show tonight, and I'm going to be honest. Him I like so much, but him I like more than you. I feel like his style was more my kind of comedy. Maybe you're funny. You're back in America. But you I find very fat. Are you fat in America too? Or is that normal size? But to me, you're very overweight. I mean, how do you not exercise, or do you just eat whatever you want? Like they're just saying something like that. It's like autistic. And
the whole world looks at us as fat asses, right?
yeah, it's like Americans don't really
well,
travel.
we
I don't
are.
meet a lot of you. I mean, I find Americans very dumb. You tell me a state I can find in America, but I guarantee you can't name all the cities here. And you feel like I won't go to America. I feel like I'll get shot by a Republican. I'm like, that's what you think's gonna happen? A Republican's gonna shoot you? Yeah, that's what they're after. Tall white guys.
Yeah, that's the least of our worries. Okay, I don't even vote. So yeah, dude, the whole world's got to look at us as all just gigantic fat people. That's wild.
I mean, it's funny because like the UK, like some of them might have jokes. It's like, you know, over here, that's more like travel to America. Because over here, I'm a fat bloke, right? But if I come to America, I'm looking pretty good, right? I was like, no, you're still fat. You're very fat. I've been to both. They're very fat people over there too. Because I got on the train to go from the Netherlands to the UK, and when I get in the train station, it's all a bunch of British people getting in there talking about their fucking soccer and rugby and shit. and everybody started getting really short and really fat. You immediately saw the difference. And yeah,
I'd like to go to England. England would be cool.
oh yeah, I mean, the thing about English-speaking countries like Australia, England, Ireland, Scotland, they all have like a really good sense of humor, so they're all fucking around with it.
Do they get the American jokes?
Oh yeah, I mean they got all my stuff. And Northern England was very fun. So you see the difference of cultures. I mean, people like Northern England a lot more. The people. I mean, London's where everything is, but it's a very international city. I mean, it's so international and diverse. That's what created their side of the Republicans called the Tories to want to create Brexit. But Northern England, yeah, Northern England, they're really cool. I mean, they're very fun over there. Just some of those accents are hard to understand. When you get to Liverpool, that Scouse accent, you right, dad.
Yeah, Liverpool was I thought it was like the O's are like really long.
Yeah, they have a pure. Yeah, but they also got that Scouse accent where they get really high pitched. Yeah, right, lad, Scouse take kind of it on, Like, what?
All I imagine is what was that movie? What was that fucking movie? Snatch.
Yeah,
the caravan guy, the Brad Pitt.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I thought, because I've been to Ireland, I thought that was the hardest accent to understand, and it can be, but man, some of those Northern English accents, like they would come and compliment me after the show. I didn't know what the hell they were saying. I'm like,
Yeah, us Americans always imagine like the British people sound so sophisticated. Turns out they got hillbillies too. So,
oh yeah, they definitely do. And I got an Italian comedian friend, and he went out and performed someplace in Scotland. And he's doing a joke about being, raised Catholic, in Italy, but he forgets that that's a real big point of contention in Scotland. So he immediately started getting booed by all these people.
Why is that a contention? I don't understand.
Because in Scotland's like Ireland, they got the whole Catholic versus Protestant thing over there, the sectarian thing over there. I mean, it's died down a lot, but it's still there somewhat.
So like the IRA thing or whatever it was.
Yeah, it was basically in Northern Ireland. That's why there is Northern Ireland. They pretty much kicked all the UK. I mean, all of Britain out of there, but they kind of kept Northern England. And what to do is like they sent as many English and Scottish like farmers and plantation people. Like just kind of live there and breed out. So it became very British up there. So then, the UK is Protestant, and then Ireland's still Catholic. So when it's in Ireland versus Catholic, it's like those two fighting each other, and they fought for like 30 years up there.
That's why. I guess that's why you can't order a Irish car bomb in Ireland, right?
Could you imagine like a fucking holy war in 2024?
They got one going on right now.
Swords and shields, but with like fucking cell phones. You're like, oh, hold on.
That's essentially what's happening right now with the fucking Israel and Palestine, right?
True.
I don't know what side you're on, but yeah.
Yeah, it's I mean, I'm not on any side. I'm over here.
Yeah, I know more tiny hats than I know of them. So I back the tiny hats, I guess. I don't know. I really just like America.
I like how you immediately like I'm on your side, then you like offend the side you're on. Hey, I'm with you, tiny hat people. Like,
they got tiny hats, bro. What are you gonna say? They're not quite beanies. They're not quite hats. They're just tiny hats.
Yeah. Well, I'm not offended. I'm saying they might be.
It's fine.
You're talking to the guy who got sued by fucking Buc-ee's, and he's wearing the shirt.
Yeah, don't give a shit.
And he's gonna have to probably blur it.
I didn't get sued. I got a cease and desist.
Cease and desist.
Usually companies will never sue a smaller company because it's just like not worth it. Because I see all these like big YouTube streamers and they sell merch based off of like big properties, and they just get away with it because it's just not worth suing them.
I just didn't want to lose my account. So that's all I was worried about.
Oh yeah.
To lose all my socials over it. So the 10 people that bought the shirt have a collector's item now, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I'm looking at my notes right here, and I don't remember who did you write this, Rob, of Jewish girls and big tits ranking?
Yeah, we talked about that last week because he was ranking Jewish girls as the top with the big tits.
Oh, okay.
But now that we're on big tits, we can talk about a note that I put 2 weeks ago. And what is up with all the porn stars dying? It's just this shit. Like people, they're fucking blowing their brains out. They're ODing.
I can't believe it. Usually prostitutes live long and healthy. I mean, porn stars live long and healthy lives.
Yeah,
You would think. I mean, these bitches are making tons of money.
It's just triggering me right now. It's just triggering me right now. I'm trying not to jerk off this month. I'm triggered. Like, speaking of triggers, they're killing themselves.
Hey, play the shotgun sound.
There it is.
If you have it, I will die.
Did that play?
Nope.
I don't even think it's playing. God damn it. Did that play?
Nope.
It didn't play. Fuck it. It was all in my ears. Okay, it was a shotgun going off. No, I mean, there's a certain level of there's a podcast that I see clips of online. I've never watched the show, but it's like called Whatever, and they always have like OnlyFans broads on there, and then they have some conservative dude like breaking them down. Have y'all seen this?
Oh, is this the one that had like the Shrek looking chick?
Yeah, I think that's how she got.
Yeah. Yeah.
know what
I'm saying like someone needs to make like $200,000 a year to date or something, like you, and they were like, literally, you look like Shrek, or like they're like, you are a fat piece of shit.
Yeah,
she's like, fuck you. Might be the ugliest.
By the way,
I've ever
it's not
seen.
a chick, but well, I mean,
oh, really?
I guess it is, but you know what I mean?
Oh, god damn it!
What was her name?
Fool again. I'll just type in Shrek and that, and that. I'm sure she'll pop up.
Giant trans girl. It'll come up. Yep, found her. You'll recognize her, I bet.
She's on TikTok like everywhere.
So I may mute this while the ad's going. But yeah, y'all have no idea what I'm talking about? That show?
No.
I do. Yeah, I've seen it. Only on TikTok though. I don't know if I've seen it anywhere else.
Okay, dude, we gotta figure this out because there are entire podcasts just talking about other podcasts, and they have a shitload of views. They're just playing clips from other podcasts.
Talking about who are these podcasts?
No, like talking about like, hey, this happened on this podcast this week.
Yeah. There's a podcast called "Who Are These Podcasts," and they break down other podcasts.
God damn, why aren't we doing that?
ridiculous.
That's way easier than having to think of shit to talk about.
Yeah. All you do is just talk shit about another podcast. It's way easier for content.
Okay, we're gonna rebrand, Rob.
Yeah. There's
Using
one
the Buc-ee's
podcast who are
logo.
these
Fuck you,
podcasts.
Buc-ee's.
They make fun of like the Stuttering John podcast, and they make fun.
Oh, okay, I know that show. Stutter John's kind of funny. Oh, what's that guy? Red Bar? I didn't think about him.
Red Bar. There's another example. He talks.
So that one right there, you've never seen this one?
Oh yeah, I've seen like I think I've seen like clips of it. I didn't know that was a real person. I thought it was.
Oh
like,
yeah, it's a real person. I follow said person, and I'd be lying if I said I wasn't in her DMs trying to get her on the show. But
which by the way, funny story about that. I don't know if I told you this, but I was in my app on my computer, and I was doing something, and then you sent those things, and my boss just happens to come over behind my shoulder to ask me a question, and he said, "What the fuck are you looking at?"
Where did I send you?
You sent me like a video of her, and you showed me the DMs that you sent her.
Oh, yeah.
Said, what the fuck are you looking at? I was like, oh, don't worry, it's a friend, and that's just a giant trans girl.
Yeah. It'd be a blast to talk to her. I bet she's cool, all in all. I mean, if she's willing to take all the hate that people put in the comments, I would never bring anybody on the show to make fun of them.
Oh wait, she's trans?
Yeah.
Okay.
It would be
that was the one I didn't know.
Exactly. I didn't know that either. We found out together, Steve.
Yeah, y'all would have got tricked in the bedroom. Odds are at that size. I can say this because I'm a person of weight. It's probably pretty small. It's just a clit at that point.
Well, it's hard to find an Adam's apple when there's no neck. So
Yeah, exactly, dude. It's just,
That is true.
maybe that's just one big Adam's apple right there underneath the chin.
It's like a clit. It's like a clit chin. You open up the double chin, and there it is. You know, it's just hanging right there.
Have you ever? Okay, you did some training. You trained people, correct?
yeah.
Have you ever had somebody that was so large and they just smelled and you just had to like call it early, that type of thing?
No, I never had this smell from. I mean, I've trained very obese people. I actually got one guy from like 450 down to 200 pounds. Like by the end of it, he was weighing less than me, and you got an amazing shape. We did like a fundraiser to like get like his skin, all that extra skin that was hanging off him removed.
Yeah,
But then he just ended up getting all the weight back.
it happened to every one of them.
Well, because it's
Every time.
when you weigh that much, it's a mental thing, not a physical. It's not like, oh wait, don't eat 5,000 calories worth of food every day. I didn't know, or 10,000, whatever. Like that's a mental, that's a food addiction. But no. But on the other hand, though, my brother does massage therapy, and he has massaged people that way where he could smell like the that smell that comes from the skin flaps. Because I guess when you weigh that much, you just got stuff you can't clean. So I guess that's why it smells like that.
Oh man.
Yeah, he's told me about that.
And you can't legally say no, right? Right, I mean,
Yeah, it's not like one of those things like at a restaurant. Like we could turn down service. Like you can't.
we reserve the right to refuse service, right?
Yeah.
Is that,
Look, I mean, that obese chick, if she had a poop stick, why don't we invent, like, a flap stick?
oh, they definitely have that, dude. I think The Simpsons made that joke about it. I washed myself with a rag on a stick. You know, when he got super fat. You know, I think.
Oh yeah, when he dialed, he was trying to he was working from home or something, and he was trying to dial, and they're like, "Sir, your fingers are too fat. Lose some weight and dial again."
That definitely has to exist. What do you think? What do you think it costs to get a rag on a stick?
A fat stick? I mean, $20.
All right, let's see. The cost of being fat, right?
I mean, it's ridiculous.
I thought he froze up, or he was just staring at us really hard.
It was good. I mean, dude, the fact that he has an Indian girlfriend.
Made me laugh too. All the fat people wash. How do you bathe when you're overweight? Washcloth or pre-moistened wipes are preferable to toilet paper. Using the handheld. Da-da-da. Top 6 ways to make your shower more fat-friendly. Yes, from comfyfat.com. Here's the problem. I'm a big dude, bro. And I'm not okay with like being fat. It should be shamed. We should shame it.
I couldn't agree more.
Have you ever felt personally victimized? This is my new favorite website. There he is.
I was triggered, so I had to leave.
I said, we found comfyfat.com, and he said he was out of here. So I just mentioned to Rob, I said, man, I'm a big dude, and I'm not okay with this A-okay with being fat. Like, your fat is beautiful and all that stuff. It should be shamed. I believe in that. So
Burley,
what
just found the name of the episode, by the way.
Well, that's what
Burley feels victimized by the shower.
What'd you say, Steven?
Oh, that's what you say. Keep me in shape. I had a strong sense of shame. It was like, oh man, I had a good amount of body dysmorphia that always kept me in good shape.
It's good for you. I believe that. Bullying is probably pretty good to a certain extent, and so is
I have the exact opposite, where I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh, I don't look too fat today, and then someone will come up and be like, hey man, you okay? You look a little large. You're like, oh. Yeah,
that's what people like me are around for. We remind people what their flaws are so they can work on it. You know,
I feel pretty good when I leave the house, and then I'll see a picture of me, or on my cameras outside my house. It goes off, and I look at my phone and I see what's walking to my car. I'm like, oh my god, why are you waddling? I have a sedan, and why do you just fall into your car, you fat fuck? Like, so here's from comfyfat.com. Here's how to make your shower more fat friendly. You gotta get a sturdy shower stool.
Okay. Someone that's fat is breaking that shit instantly. I don't know who made that.
It needs to be
that is not a fat stool.
It needs to be in the center of the shower. Putting it in the corner is bad. The love handle's gonna hit. Trust me.
That's one butt cheek.
A curved shower rod. That makes me laugh. You get 33% more space in your shower.
Yeah, but don't you need like a curved shower now? Because is it still going to block the shower water from coming out?
Good call. Yep. Okay. These fatties haven't thought of it all.
They don't know physics, obviously.
Detachable shower head. Which
well, I'm not even fat. I got one of those.
Yeah, I do too. I've lived my entire life with one of these. It rules.
It just ran out of things to come up with. Is this going to be naming just stuff that everybody has?
Yeah. Apparently we're all fat, Steven. So there we go. Long-handled loofah and razor. They got extendo razors? No, what? Oh my god.
What?
I guess not even fat.
Yeah, they gotta show a fucking obese person. That I bet you an obese person, what he's doing on the left, can physically not happen. Someone else has to do that for. Is that the guy that's supposed to be shaving the fat person?
I don't know. I
So,
think they're just showing
I
off.
don't understand. It's like, okay, we're gonna show this razor for fat people. Who would be good for this? How about an in-shape guy with no body hair?
That would be
Great, let's do it.
triggering. That'd be triggering, Steven. This is.
But could they at least got a hairy guy? Like, what is he shaving?
All right, let's see where this leads us. Let's see what the Amazon shows us. Oh, it's still just a fucking in shape dude. Okay. All right.
God, people have so much
Absurd.
shame for fat. They won't even show fat people on the thing they're marketing toward.
Like that's
Yeah,
not a fat person. Where's the
Not a fat
cankles?
person either. God damn, here
Yeah,
comes me
exactly.
jerking off again. Feet.
So when people get fat enough, does fat go to the feet? Do people get fat feet?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They'll get swollen up pretty good. It's all the salt.
Have you ever watched My 600-Pound Life? I mean, those piggies are flying
forced
out.
me to watch it one time, but I don't remember seeing the feet stuff. It was hard for me to get through.
It's pretty rough.
It's rough. It's rough.
We love this show on
But it's hilarious.
Pillage podcast. We do quite a bit of talking about this show.
It's a great show for fat people to watch. Like, I'm not that fat.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. That's who should be
okay.
showing the razor.
Yeah.
Finding joy in accessible movement. There we go.
I mean, what type of movement is she doing? Hold on, before we do anything, go back up. All right,
I saw
what
it,
is
yeah.
she doing in this picture? Burley, go.
She's holding herself up with those little crutches, like fucking what's his name? Is Stephen Hawking had at one time?
Scoliosis.
Yeah, the scoliosis crutches. What else? Hold on, is she doing a full squat, or is that her legs behind her arms right here?
No, I don't think that's physically possible.
Oh no, you should sumos. Look at
I
sumo.
think that's actually her arm, but the
No,
shadow.
dude, look at where her feet are right there. I think she's doing a squat, bro.
Absolutely not. I don't believe it.
All right, Steven, need your input.
Steven, what's she doing?
It looks like she's like leaning over and her hands are on like the desk or whatever the computer's on.
But that's her feet right there, where my
Is that her
mouse.
feet? Maybe that's her
Yeah.
fingers.
Dude, she's. God damn it. We need this whole photo. We need to CSI this motherfucker. Yes. No, see, it was her feet on the floor. She's just in a constant squat. She's sitting on a giant push ball.
No.
And if you got to work out by lifting your fupa and putting it down, I mean, I guess that is working out, right?
Yeah, you had some diesel-ass arms at the end of the day. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, a lot of working out, the marketing is just to make you feel better. It's just like it's only doing so much. It's better than nothing, but most of working out is just so people feel less guilty about the rest of their day.
You know who is the best? Fucking Richard Simmons, dude. He fucking ruled. Golly. Cover that one up too. There's udders. This is the worst. This is the meanest I've ever been on this show.
How big do you think that is? Like, I feel like that could wrap
That's 4
around
bills.
you
That's
and
4
I
bills.
together.
That's easily 4 bills. Unless she's 5'1". She could use that. That's enhance. She could use that long handled razor. For sure. Surprisingly,
Those are cankles.
Can I say this? Surprisingly, good for her. Not dark on the inner thighs. You see that a lot. Right? But where the rubbing happens constantly.
The vajummic is what I like to
I
call
knew
it.
it. Yeah, she's in squat mode, dude.
That is insane.
Oh, yeah,
Good
she's
for
sitting
her.
on that thing.
Yeah.
She probably tore her left ACL at some point and is...
Well, everybody that weigh, especially if you weigh that much, but you only got to weigh around 200. I mean, if you start weighing about 250, 300, these people are like, oh, my back, my knee, you got to figure out how to fix my back and knees. Like, lose the weight. Like, it's like walking around with like a 100-pound backpack everywhere you go. Of course, your knees and back are killing you.
So cutting out the carbs got rid of my inflammation and back pain.
Exactly. And then these people, they get back surgery and they don't lose the weight, and the back surgery's not doing anything. Then they got to get another back surgery.
Yeah, inflammation's a real thing. I used to talk shit on it. It's a real fucking thing.
No, I agree, dude.
I'm down 48 pounds, so creeping up on 50.
Yeah, they could rehab any injury. I'm 41. I have no injuries. I've rehabbed everything. I mean, if you get a surgery, though, you can't rehab that. You've changed your body to where you can't. You got like a steel plate changing the curvature of your body, and now like you fucked your body up for life. So that's why I tell people avoid surgery at all costs.
Yeah, I mean, when I tore my ACL, I had a dead man's Achilles installed. And, because it was easier recovery, and I didn't want them fucking with anything else, because what they could have done is they can actually take part of your hamstring, your own hamstring, and turn it into your ACL. But then you're fucking with multiple parts of your body. No. You fucking give me that dead man's Achilles. And my doctor, he actually used to be the Sixers doctor, the NBA team, the Sixers, for 20 years. He's like,
I've heard some things.
Don't want to judge. And he's like, look, just do this. He's like, we're not fucking with anything else. I take this out of the fridge, I put it in. If you tear it, then I just take another one and we'll put a new one in. He's like, but if you take your fucking hamstring and you tear it, you can't do that again. It's not like a double thing. And look, am I the same? No. It's like 85%. I did my own fucking PT. I went to the gym. And I did all my own stretching. He taught me like all the things I need to do, so I wasn't paying a ridiculous amount of money for someone to do that. But you never really get 100% unless you're a fucking football player, because they get top-notch fucking doctors.
Yeah,
or you're rich, right? But if you're poor like me, that's what you get. It's like
that's most of what separates top athletes from other athletes. Like, how come you didn't go college? How come you didn't go pro? It's just who can do what they're doing without getting injured. Injuries, I think, sets like 90% of who makes it to the top level.
There's not many people that come back. Like, you have people that are anomalies, like Tom Brady, when he tore his ACL, right? And how old was he? 31, 32? And he came back and played another 8-9 years. It's like people don't do that. Like, that's a freak thing. But when you have all that money and you have people that, and you have the drive, it's different. But obviously, I'm not a professional, so it's like
if you have that extra bone in your foot, right?
Obviously.
I had a funny thought. We're gonna have to backtrack now because I can't let it go because my brain is stupid. Imagine if ghosts were real, and like part of your conversation with your doctor was like, okay, we're putting a dead man's calf in you, but he's gonna haunt you now. And then you fuck that one up and you have to get a new one. Now you have like two ghosts in your house.
Is this a movie script you're working on?
No, it was. I'll be honest with both of you. First off, fuck you both. Second off, it was a lot funnier in my head.
Bro, that's actually happened. Just so
we call it Dead Man's Foot.
Yeah, dude.
Coming to theaters this April.
That's the name of the episode.
Yo, Google it. There was some crazy shit where a kid had a heart transplant from another kid. And he started picking up the memories and was like seeing crazy shit from the other kid. Yeah, dude. It was some wild shit. I read like a whole fucking story on it. I think it was even a documentary. I think it was a heart transplant. Because that was obviously like a kid died in like some tragic accident or something. And got a heart transplant.
8-year-old girl. 8-year-old girl received the heart of a 10-year-old girl who had been murdered. After the transplant, the recipient had horrifying nightmares of a man murdering her donor. The dreams were so traumatic that psychiatric help was sought. Okay, it's called cellular memory.
Yeah, shit, dude, like that, like you need to read that story. It's fucked. It's so fucked up because it's a little kid. Could you imagine that shit, dude? You're a 10-year-old. Like when I was 10, I was playing Pokemon. Could you imagine like having nightmares of being fucking murdered? It's like.
But I also wonder, like, are the parents kind of pushing this narrative? Like, I don't know how much I believe on cellular memory, whatever that's.
I mean, have you not experienced that with your ACL? Have you not having flashbacks of how he died?
See,
I
you,
mean-
you ever like fiend for like fentanyl because they found this guy on the street?
I haven't.
Let's see.
My guess is that because I gained 80 pounds since then, he was obese.
Yeah,
Or maybe he
I
was,
would,
you
I would
know,
just
like
blame anything bad on that ACL and you get out of it. Honey, I
the
didn't
gray
cheat
hair
on you.
started.
It was the guy in my ACL. He was a notorious womanizer. I never did this before this.
You're gonna have to.
I'm
name
just gonna
your
start
ACL.
making shit up, bro. I'm just gonna start making shit up.
Late to work, whatever.
You gotta name it though. Like Ralph. Ralph did it again. It was Ralph's fault.
Fucking Ralph.
That's a pretty funny idea. I don't care what y'all say. I like that ghost idea. So I'm rolling with
I'm
it.
writing the script.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Y'all can get 5%, but I'm the idea man here.
All right, hold on. Before we go anywhere, like, I know that you just write random shit in our show notes, but what the fuck does Steve Urkel pussy mean? Like, well, what?
I had this thought. Do you think Steve Urkel had groupies? Like, do you think he was getting pussy because he was Steve
Yes.
Urkel?
Absolutely.
Do you think he would have to like act like Steve Urkel?
Yeah, I mean, they probably want you to do something like that, but at the same time, I felt like he did that Stefan thing on the show. It seems like something he had like the writers write in because he got so tired of playing a nerd and he wanted to be cool. Because if you remember Steve Urkel and Screech, they're always so serious about letting you know, I'm not that nerd you see on TV.
Yeah.
I'm Dustin Diamond. I'm not
you see-
Screech.
Did you see the Dustin Diamond porn?
No. Is that are you going
What?
to jack off to that whenever you get off the...
Already done. That came out like early 2000s. I've played out VHS, over and over.
What if there was a
I mean,
Screech
he did
China
kill himself.
crossover?
Dude, another one, China. I would have never done anything remotely sexual to myself looking at China. When she died, I was like, at a tribute, I'll do it.
We send a couple thousand kids off.
yeah. He just kisses to heaven. Yeah,
Jesus
there you go.
Christ.
So that's porn, dying. We just came full circle.
Dude, we did. That might be the first time we've ever done that.
Glad to be a part of it.
Hell yeah, dude. This is history. Dude, where can people find you, Steven? How can people find you? Check out your special and all that.
If you type in Stephen Farmer, you'll either find me or the Dr. Stephen Farmer, the guy who keeps you in touch with your animal spirit.
Yeah,
But-
I found that guy first.
Yeah, he's number one. I'm closing in on him, but I'm feeling bad because I feel like by the time I finally got more followers than he'll just be dead anyway. So it's like
Yeah.
it was for nothing.
Yeah, I think
He's pretty old.
I think he's like 70 or something. I saw that on there.
Yeah,
For him to have an Instagram.
I mean, I hope he is. It would be bad if he was in his 60s looking like that. But
His picture looks like the Jurassic Park guy.
yeah, he wears that hat thing, and he's always. I mean, I'm sure he's aware of me too if he's out there. Like, who's this fucking comedian thinks he's funny? Like, being the other Stephen Farmer. I'm like, sorry, there's two guys going for the Stephen Farmer, but I'm on IMDb already, motherfucker.
Dude. Man,
Suck it, bitch.
I would need to get on IMDb somehow. Everybody comes on the shows on there, and I'm fucking pissed about it. How do I get on?
Are you an actor?
No,
Then who cares?
I'd try. I give it
Yeah.
a shot.
Yeah, it's good for like if you're an actor or filmmaker. I wouldn't go on it for podcasting.
I would do it for fucking just the little bit of clout that would give me.
I mean, you could do it anytime you want. You can go on IMDb and just set up a page.
But you're
do that.
100% doing that after
You
this.
can do that right now, and you can put your podcast, I guess, on there and be like, and you could write your own bio, put your photos in there.
Oh, dude. Yeah,
Look
we're about
legit.
to have the coolest fucking IMDb ever.
Yeah,
It's going down tonight.
I think you could make your own Wikipedia too if you want.
Yeah, that gets pulled down. I tried. Gets pulled down almost immediately. As soon as you press the button, you got an email about 5 seconds later.
Oh wow!
He
for you,
talks
person of note.
about cocks a lot.
Yeah, well, you have
They
to be a
don't like
person of note, apparently. Yeah, I've tried more than once. So,
Oh well.
yeah.
There's only so many people famous from my hometown, so I gotta do that. Everybody famous from my hometown is just like a football player, and there's one serial killer, and that's it. So we gotta get something.
Who's the
else
serial killer?
He's not even a famous one. He's just like a run of the mill serial killer, not one of the big ones.
He's a basic bitch.
Yeah, it's a basic, just killing prostitutes and things like that. I think out in California.
Oh.
You know,
Well, that's not a serial killer. He's an Avenger.
She
Yeah,
said,
but Jack the Ripper is one of the most famous of all time. That's what we kill was prostitutes.
He was just Jack the Ripper.
oh, yeah. Well, they never caught him. That's why he's so cool. If they caught him, it's just Jack. You know?
That's true. His asshole was getting ripped in prison.
Yeah.
But yeah, they never caught him. And good for him, man.
Rob,
Good for him.
Rob, give your plugs.
Hey, yeah, you can find, so my podcast is the Drink O'Clock Pod on all socials. I get drunk and I interview people, pretty much what we're doing now, except, you know, I actually have to have like plans and things. Here I can just show up drinking and ask them questions. So it's a beautiful thing.
This has been a fucking blast, guys. Thank y'all. Steven, appreciate it. Hey, next time you're in Houston, let me know. I'll roll through.
Yeah, let's
Same
get
Philly, bro.
know next time I'm in either of your cities.
Hell yeah. Everybody else, see y'all next Tuesday.
Cheers, cunts.
And if you don't know, now you know.
Dude.